Good afternoon. How are you? I'm here, still here. Thought I should make an update video since I haven't posted in the last couple weeks. I'm on a walk in the woods, if you cannot tell. And there's a dog back there. I am going to avoid filming neighbors' houses because that just makes people feel weird. They get really paranoid and suspicious out in the middle of the woods, and which, rightfully so. You never know. If you see someone starting to film around your house and you live in the middle of nowhere, where you usually don't see anyone you don't know, yeah, that can make you quite paranoid. So I'm gonna do this courtesy of going into the backwoods where there's no neighbors. So the camper's been making a progress. If you don't know anything about that, the camper is almost done painting. I would say less than a quarter left. I heard something. Anyhow, the bugs are annoying. What's up? What's good? I'm still going through stuff. Got another job. This one, I'm not cleaning toilets, surprise, but I am working with a lot of grease. I'm not, it's a job. And I kind of feel defeated in a way because I do not want to fund this country. I don't want to be a part of its system. But what can you do when you're already got a mortgage payment hovering over you? Well, quite a few mortgage payments hovering over me. And all the bills that come with owning a home, like the consumers. And now I gotta fulfill the propane tank before winter. I'm still hoping that it sells, but I've had 3 offers and they all fell through. So you can say at the least I've been disheartened a few times. And I'm just keeping going. Taking a walk so I don't just sit on the porch and smoke cigarettes. I quit smoking cigarettes for 5 days. And then I went to a family event, bought a pack, and started smoking again. So I've been 5 days off, 5 days on so far. And I'll try again. I will keep trying again until I actually get it. I don't have money to be spending on these cigarettes. What is touching me? What was that? Get off. Oh. I'm bleeding because I was picking my face. That tends to happen when I'm stressed. I pick my face and I smoke a lot of cigarettes. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't know what each day will bring. And like I said, what if you only had 30 more minutes? Only 30 more minutes. I'm going 30 for 30, baby. Let's see how every day progresses. I'm not making a lot at this new job. And right now they have me on part-time, which really isn't gonna cut it, but it was the first job that, well, no, I had quite a few job offers, but they fell through due to details I don't want to get into. And my CDL is expired, so I don't have that anymore, which makes me very sad. I do fondly look back to my school bus driving days and wish I cherished it more. Like most things in life, I wish I cherished them more. Just like Maverick. I wish I didn't have to work as long hours and so hard throughout his lifetime, so I could have spent more time with him. But let's not spiral into those emotions because I'm trying to have a good day. I go into work later and I work until 10. It's gonna be a late night shift. And it's gonna be fine. I'll survive it. I'll get used to standing on my feet for that many hours, and my back will stop hurting as long as I do some core exercises, which I really need to do. I am proud that I've gained weight. If you notice how I look now to when 3 months ago when I lost Maverick, that was the skinniest I'd been since I was maybe 16. I've always been like, and I don't say this to brag, I don't say this to make anyone feel bad about their bodies. I'm saying this because this is my story and how my body was. Yeah, I used to be always that 00, wearing nothing bigger than a size 2, always a small, extra small girl. And I didn't like it because, well, I was made fun of for being so skinny, called stick and twig, and told to eat a burger, to eat more. And it causes a lot of women to hate you. I've noticed it's been very hard for me to make female friends. And I don't know if that's just for looks or if it's just me, if I'm just that odd one that they just don't want to, I don't know. Don't ask me. I do have some female friends, but we don't talk a lot. Things are going on in all of our lives. We're adults. It's not about school and being super involved in each other's lives and intimate things. Anyways, why am I talking about that? Oh yeah, the body stuff. Now I'm a solid size 6 through 8. I weigh finally, it was always my goal to weigh at least 125, 130. And the last time I weighed myself, I was 132. So that is incredible. And it only happened in the span of a couple months. And I never knew I could have an ass, have tits. You know, actually have some curves to me. Granted, I have a stomach too, which I'm not used to. I'm getting used to that, and I think it's cute because I see other people that have a stomach, that have curves, that look like a woman, and I'm just like, they look so good. So why would I be hard on myself? Because I'm not used to the stomach, which is whatever. Keeps you healthier, honestly. You gotta have some weight on you for your body to do stuff with. I do really need to start working out because my hips and my back and stuff have been hurting with this new job. There's quite a bit of heavy lifting, but not like FedEx. And I did FedEx when I was still a size 0, size 2. So I lifted some heavy boxes. Anyways, I've lifted a frickin' plow for an ATV, okay? I lifted that bitch. So I know I can do this. I can get back to that. Anywho, now what? What else do we catch up on? I'm taking a break probably for this week while I'm working. Wait until my days off to finish the painting. And during those days off, I'll probably post a video of all the painting. I know it's not like the most interesting when it comes to renovation, but the camper was rather in good condition. So there's not much big stuff I want to do in there other than finish the painting, get a custom built dresser in there where I took out one of those twin beds, and call it good, pretty much. I'm not painting the cabinets. I think they look great as the natural wood. That's fantastic stuff. And yeah, I'm going to therapy. Gained weight because of the medication I got put on for being diagnosed for bipolar / PTSD. They told me PTSD, but they said it might be both. I don't know what they're saying. I'm going to see the psychiatrist soon, in the next week, within the week. So we'll figure that one out. Either way, I feel disconnected from nature, from myself from people being on these medications, and I don't like that, feeling dull, feeling like I'm not myself. And I don't want to stay on them, but I do understand that they're helping me not fall into the depressive states that I get into. I might need them for a little longer, but ultimately I want to wean off of them. Hopefully that doesn't mean I lose my appetite again and go back to being super skinny. I hope that doesn't happen. I would like to keep the weight, but this is all trial and error. We will see. They can't keep me on these drugs forever because I don't want to be. Everything has side effects. Anyways. Yeah. So what's going on with you? You want to tell me about it? Tell me how your weeks have been going, your month, your summer. Since summer is coming to a close, next video I'll probably be in the woods with no leaves on the trees, or at least color to them. Is there blood smudged all over me? Because I feel like it is. I picked. I know, I already told you that, but I picked my face. I've been trying to take these walks and go on jogs. I haven't really been wanting to lift weights or do the camera's catching all the spider webs for me. That's cool. I haven't been wanting to do all the core exercises like planks, leg lifts, and push-ups and sit-ups, and I haven't been wanting to do those. I just still feel tired. I feel tired. I feel drained, and I probably would be pretty depressed right now if I wasn't on the medication. So at least I'm being dulled and numbed to stop me from dipping too low, but it also stops me from going high and feeling really, really good. I don't know. I still feel kind of good when I do my jogs and my walks. It's supposed to be good for you, right? I just don't want... my mind always just thinks about Maverick when I'm taking walks. I'm always thinking about him when I'm out by myself walking trails and I don't have him rolling next to me, sniffing every spot he can sniff. Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know how it's all gonna work out. I don't know how I'm gonna afford to catch up on the late payments of the mortgage since I've been unemployed and going through it. But I'm posting for the reason I usually post is to document the stages of my life. And you guys have seen a lot of stages, a lot of them. And I don't dare to watch them all right now, but I'm sure in a couple years, when things are better, that I'll cherish the videos. I'll be like, you remember when you felt so lost, so helpless, didn't know how you were gonna make it unless you worked 3 jobs again like you did throughout your whole 20s? You made it. And yeah, you cried. And yeah, you complained a bit. But you made it. 30 for 30. One day at a time. There's always the pros and cons to every day, to life itself. And you just gotta keep going. If not for you, do it for the plot, man. Do it for the plot. I do believe that everybody's story of their life will be known in whatever we pass on to. I do believe that. And I want my story to be a damn good one. I want it to be one that was so full of energy, adventure, different scenes, different sights, different people. And yeah, some of the thrill, the thriller, the drama, but not too much drama, because I'm not super fond of drama. But hey, life is showy. Life is drama. Life has a lot of moving parts. And I just hope by the end of my book that it will be full of colors and contrast and a lot of how I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. I hope to see a lot of that in my story. Switch ups. Glow up. I think they call it now a glow up. It's gonna be okay. It's just gonna take effort. Effort and time, patience, understanding. All those things that morally, I think, make a good person. And it is beautiful out today. I'm glad I got to spend the early morning with my family rather than having to work in the morning. I don't mind working evenings. It's all right. Keeps me from smoking too many nighttime cigarettes. So basically the trail I'm on is a mile. So 1 mile we've already done. And then we're heading to make a second mile. Usually I jog, but not while holding this. Actually, what does it look like when I'm jogging with this? Is this bad? Is this embarrassing? I don't know. You guys are gonna start hearing me make really like loud breaths because, well, I'm a smoker. I'm a smoker. What do we talk about while we're jogging? Is it good to jog and talk? Or is it not? I don't know. Where are you looking? Where were you looking? What you looking at? Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That was just a tiny little sneak peek. Yeah, so I. That's right. Hi is all I can say. What is this? I want to scream. Maybe that'll make me feel better. Scream in the middle of the woods. Someone would hear me. This is not that far from people. Ah! Okay, that's what I'll do. Hey, if it makes you laugh, it's gotta be good for you, right? Did I just call all the coyotes, the bears, the cougars to get on over here? Nah, they ain't gonna come get me. I actually don't smell too bad. You wanna whiff? Bitch. Yeah. So what else is on my mind? I thought the camera was gonna stop filming by now, but it didn't. So we're gonna just keep trying to talk about something. What is on me? Oh, just a spider web. It's fine. sometimes it's a spider web with a spider on it, you know what I mean? And I think that they get stuck in my hair. My hair's really wild right now. I need another haircut. I don't know if I want to buzz it off again or if I just want to shave the sides. I just don't want to mess it up, you know, and have to buzz it all. Because it's about to get cold out. I want some hair on my head. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a hair cutting video soon. Get freshened up. And I do apologize to somebody that messaged me about wanting to see all the videos and footage of my hair journey. Bro, I was going through way too much. And I still am. For me to like gather together all those videos and try to find out a way to send them. I know you probably can through Google Docs, but I've never done that before. And it was just too much for me. Sorry, bro, if you're still watching this, gal. I just, what you get is what you get, is what's on my channel. I was going through some wild things, having a lot of paranoia and feeling like I just didn't want to be here anymore. So I took it to the extensive as I possibly could. So that marks my hair journey. Paranoia, stress, grief, and a lot of anger. A lot of anger for the system, our country, and what it was formed on, and what it continues to do to children, and the amount of bad that could so simply be eradicated if mental health and children were really prioritized, and their education and learning about consent, the right they have of their own body, and all the different forms and variations of way that someone can manipulate you into doing sexual things. I would love that to be taught to all the children. And yeah, I don't know if it is, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that they teach them about grooming and the dangers of people that are older than you, that take you at a very vulnerable and gullible stage and time of your life, because you think that you know it all already, because you're just in that phase of your life. And then someone comes around and tells you that you're super wise and intelligent for your age, talk you up, fill your head with a whole bunch of lies. You know what I mean? They need to be teaching the kids how to properly identify what is not consent, what is manipulation, what is narcissism. And yeah, that I think should take big priorities for me. I don't know. I do know, actually. I just said it. And I do not trust our government to be using our taxes in a morally right way, considering all the higher ups and the people that are involved in a whole bunch of shady, disgusting, morbid, horrific things. And that they're not using the people's own money that they're busting their ass for every day just to barely make it. And then it being used against them, their kids, our children, the younger generations, to manipulate and use them. Okay, that got off onto a darker note, didn't it? But I guess I just wanted to speak my mind on that. And I hope everyone's doing well. I'm about to come up to the neighbor's house. And of course, I don't want to get them feeling paranoid or upset. So I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. Love you all. And 30 for 30. 30 more minutes. One more day. One step in front of the other. You got this. You got this.